Nothing tastes quite as sweet as victory, and we should know here in Buffs Nation because we haven't tasted it in quite some time. That's what made last Saturday's 48-29 victory of the Arizona Wildcats at Folsom Field so special. Sometimes despite the intrusion of reality and the aspirations of those not in sync with our desires, the script does unfold just as we believe it should be written. And how could it be composed any other way than to see 28 seniors entrenched in a beleaguered season play their final home game of their careers and not only come out victorious, but for many of them, play a starring role. There was Roddy Stewart, who entered the season with his eyes set on becoming the all-time leading rusher in CU history, only to have an injury get the last laugh. Playing his final home game, Speedy rushed for 181 yards and 3 touchdowns. And to cap off his fantastic Folsom career, he also threw a touchdown pass. On the receiving end of that terrific toss was senior quarterback Tyler Hansen, who has had his career roller coaster through many ups and downs to become the Buffs' unquestioned field general for the 2011 campaign. 5 of Hansen's completions were directed at senior Tony Clemens, who is finally living up to his potential towards the end of his final college season, after being simply the answer to a unique trivia question as a college player to play in 3 BCS conferences, the Big Ten, Big 12, and now the Pac-12. On defense, coming out of Lyman, Colorado, a tiny town in the Eastern Plains, Travis Sandersfeld was named the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Week after recording 14 total tackles, 1 sack, and a game-winning interception versus the Wildcats. And then there was the pride of the Alamosa Mean Moose, Jason Espinoza, the walk-on and converted running back who intercepted a pass from the Buffs secondary for the 2nd straight game. For the Buffaloes, the 2011 season has been an uphill climb, an ascent with more stumbles than not. But for one day, on Senior Day, here on the turf at this historic stadium, the Buffaloes were their best selves, better than they had been all season long. They played like they had dreamt during those hot summer practices during fall camp. Now the question becomes, can they take last Saturday's script and extend it into a second chapter this Saturday in the Rose Bowl against UCLA with all the great storylines that this game holds? Maybe, maybe not. But then again, there's no better place to write a happy ending than Hollywood. I'm Mark Johnson of 850 KOA Radio, and that's my view from the booth.